work by day and builds people by night. He's the founder of Project Maximus. That's amazing. And a coaching movement built around fitness, nutrition, and mindset. He'll share a practical framework to end self-negotiation, raise your baseline, and build results that actually stick. Help me welcome Maximus.
Probably already noticed the shaker bottles on the desk in front of you. They're not a gimmick, and this is definitely not a sales pitch. They're here for one reason, to invite you to a movement, Project Maximus. And I was talking to Julie. She noticed that if you look at the shaker, you can see the eagle, you can see a hawk, see the North Star, see the ridge with the flame lit atop. There's a couple more. There's a raven on there that will go on this side of the arm. And so that's me manifesting my identity and my mission all in one. Project Maximus is built around a simple idea. Maximus is Latin for greatest. And so Project Maximus is built for people who are excited about learning and achieving their greatest potential. Here's some context, so I'm not just sitting here talking from a pedestal. I've crushed performance at work. Since 2022, I led the operations proposal management team from leading one proposal and a team of me to a team of 4 people who have delivered more than 200. But there were still so many seasons where I felt like I was cooked. And I learned that I was doing great in public, but I was leaking that energy in private. So what was happening? That's where the burnout was living for me. It was not in the workload. It was with the constant internal negotiation that was going on inside of my head. So what I learned was that my exhaustion was coming from the consistent, constant internal negotiation. So I stopped trying to feel motivated, and I built something for people. A baseline and a system to hold it, and it's transforming into Project Maximus. It's a high standard, held consistently while avoiding the same sprint and burnout cycles that I was a part of. Project Maximus has broken free from the corporate chains and is built for busy adults who want results without turning their life into some kind of science experiment. And so there's 3 things to focus on. Prioritize protein at 1 meal per day. Move every day and count your steps. Protect your sleep like it's sacred. Track those 3 things for 7 days and prove to yourself that you can. And I'll let you in on a secret. Project Maximus is identity work disguised through fitness and nutrition. There's no cleanse, there's no detox, there's no all or nothing lifestyle cosplay. Once you fix your nutrition, everything else starts to fall into place. I'll give you 3 tools right now, starting with nutrition, then 1 for mindset, and then 1 for execution. Tool number 1, nutrition. If you do one thing this week, do this. Prioritize protein at 1 meal that you already eat, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Make sure that the main portion is protein. Protein is leverage. It cuts cravings later. Even if you eat it at dinner, it cuts cravings for the next day. If you eat it at breakfast, it cuts cravings for that day. So it cuts cravings, it gives you steadier energy throughout the day, and it makes the rest of eating choices easier every single day. 1 protein first meal can save a whole entire day. So prioritize protein and build the rest of your meal around it. Tool number 2, mindset. Listen for this pattern. I'll start tomorrow. I'll do it later. I'll be strict next week. That's where your energy is leaking. So the rule is simple. When you catch negotiations starting, end that meeting immediately and pick the next right action and do it as soon as you possibly can. Because tomorrow is coming, later is coming, next week is coming, and it will be here whether you negotiated with yourself on it or not. Tool number 3, execution. Most people think they need motivation, but hear this. Motivation does not lead to action. Action leads to motivation. So you need a scoreboard that doesn't lie. Pick 3 behaviors you can repeat. As I mentioned, prioritize protein for 1 meal per day. Walk 7,000 steps per day. Go to bed so you can get 7 to 8 hours of sleep minimum. Track those things for 7 days and it locks into your identity. Because what gets measured gets repeated, and what gets repeated becomes normal. So start small, do it today, and then do it again tomorrow. That's a page right out of the Project Maximus playbook. If you want to be part of the movement and not just hear about it, The QR codes are how you step in. Inside your shaker bottle, there are 2 QR codes. The first one is an invitation to the free Project Maximus school community. That's the home base where you'll find nutrition structure, mindset tools, and the systems behind the movement. There's a sample in there. If you like the sample and want more, you can scan the second QR code, and that one directly supports my coaching business. Here's the only ask I'm going to make. If you know someone who keeps starting over, someone who's tired of guessing, send them my way. I'll help them map out a real routine to their life. I offer a free nutrition assessment, and whether they sign up for coaching or not, they're going to walk away with clarity. So remember the tips I gave you. Prioritize protein, quit negotiating with yourself, and execute on a small plan to watch it compound. Your life will always match the standards you keep when nobody's watching. And if you want a higher baseline, don't do it alone. Raise the baseline, end the negotiation, and watch the results compound. Welcome to Project Maximus.